Hi Bellas, welcome back. Today we're gonna talk, just me and you. We're gonna get to know each other. Find out what's on your mind. I'll tell you what's on my mind, and then we can bond. How about that? What's on my mind right now is dating and the lack of chivalry, I have to say. The lack of respect. The lack of where is, manners, and where are these guys being raised at? I don't know. So I wanted to go out there and let you know that it's hard. And I don't want to make it sound like I'm a victim but if you have any sort of normal average standards, you find yourself having a hard time with these men out here. And I just have a little story to tell you. And maybe I'm hard, but I want to know if I should give this guy a second chance or a second date. Does he deserve a second date? Okay. So to make a long story short, I was introduced to this gentleman by a very, very good friend of mine. So props to that. Woo-hoo. Us single girls really love for when our married, hugged up friends think about us. Throw us a bone here and there. I know it's hard because they love us and no one's ever good enough and they have high standards, and usually the guys they know are their husband's friends and they know all the story about them. They know if they're a jerk or whatever. But just keep your eyes open for us, okay, girls? Homies, lover, best friends, love you all. But just for your single girls, because sometimes I think the best way of meeting a great guy is through your friends. So there you go. So my good friend, thank you, I'm so grateful, thought of me, her husband, and introduced me to a gentleman. Very smart. Seems, seems like a gentleman on the surface of what I saw of him quickly when we met. It seems successful, educated, sounds like he comes from a good family. So yeah, I'll go on another date, of course. I'm excited, nice new person. Well, we go on a date. Granted, he knew I was working late. I had a client late, so we'd be meeting around 8:15, 8:30. He asked me for a coffee or a drink. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a stuck up or high maintenance, but it is 8:15, 8:30, gentlemen. Tip number one, if you're gonna ask a girl out past cocktail time, offer her dinner, because if she's working, you might be a little hungry, or do it another time, earlier time. So granted, I was a bit hungry. He didn't ask me out to dinner. So when we met at the place, of course, he was a gentleman and asked me if I wanted dinner. But if he didn't ask me out to dinner, I guess I didn't want to impose, and I already had kind of other plans following this little quick drink. So I just had a little snack, tater tots. We had, nice conversation. I had a skirt on, tights. It was a little bit of a shorter skirt, but tights, and, cute little leather jacket. He proceeds, as I'm sitting at the table, I cross my hands. Sorry, with these little bugs. I cross my legs. He puts his hand on my leg. I'm like, okay. And he goes, oh, I like this. And I go, oh, okay. And I just move my leg you don't know me like this. We have a glass of wine. I have a glass of wine. He orders a glass of wine. We have another one. I don't finish it. We're about to leave. It's maybe, this much left. We're chatting. He drinks the rest of my wine that I didn't let him know I was done drinking it. I didn't finish it, nor did he ask. He just, as we were talking, thought, am I too picky? I don't know, just little things like that. I don't know. He asked me to help with the tip. I was polite and I said, oh, because he was going to pay cash for the tip and charge the bill. And I said, I'm sorry, I have no cash on me. I would give you money for the tip, you know, being polite. I didn't have any cash on me. Of course I did. I'd give it to him. But a gentleman, usually the first date, would say, oh my gosh, heaven forbids. No, I would never ask for that. He's like, oh, no, don't worry about it. And then a couple minutes later, oh, that would be great if you had a couple dollars, because he didn't want to break his 20 or something. So he undertipped, and yeah. Then we walk to the train station. He walks me. He gives me a hug, but he gives me a nasty rub up feel hug. A hug where he's trying to feel all my bones and all my undergarments underneath. Just kind of like a hug that is like with your man when you know something's about to go down and it's good and you're like, yeah, baby. A hug not for the first date. Not that I don't know you. Come on now. I'm barely knowing your last name and you're hugging up on me trying to feel all my stuff. That close. So then I the European way, just to be polite. So he gave me that tight old hug. Then he's looking at me like this, like all close, all in my face. So in this quick of a moment, stupid me just went, sorry, I don't kiss on the first date, because I'm just trying to get him off of me. Then I like rattled down like Cinderella down the stairs, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, you know. Then he texts me the next morning, hope you made it home okay. Well, I'm glad you text me 8 o'clock in the morning to see if I made it home okay. I would be probably in somebody's trash can if waiting for you, but yeah, I made it home okay. Thank you, Lord. Then he says, oh, I'm off, you know, off on a plane or whatever. I didn't bother responding, nor was I going to. But then, Bella, this is where I need your help. Because, you know, everyone has off days. I'm not perfect, you know, and I'm trying not to judge a book by its cover, but if they show you the print, read it, believe it sometimes. But he sends me a message. He calls, my eyes tearing, when he gets back into town, and says, you know, it was so nice to meet me. He's sorry if he came off a little too hard. His apologies. He would love to get to know me. He's off traveling again, which he's already gone. I didn't call back yet. And he would love to get together and, you know, chat with me or whatever. Do I give him another phone call? I was thinking about giving him a courtesy text, because this was a hookup from my good friends, a couple friends. So I don't want to, you know, burn bridges, and I don't want to seem ungrateful. And I know people aren't, you know, we make mistakes, and, you know, we could be totally different. Maybe I can give him another chance, but I don't know. If you kind of feel it, every time I got a little thrown off opinion on a gentleman in the beginning, usually it was right, and it usually was like, why didn't I listen to that first sign? So what do you think? Does he deserve another date, or do I just go on and go, you know, with the things that kind of turned me off? Or am I nitpicking? Or, you know, what? That's what I want to know, Bellas. Let me know. Dating is interesting, but I think with your help, I'll get through it. Thanks, Bellas. Talk to you soon. Bye.